morning. How's it going, everybody? Let me know what you're working on, how your morning is going so far, or the middle of the day, or wherever you happen to be. I apologize for the last minute lack of stream on Tuesday. I'm having this issue with my computer where the charging port will sometimes just like have an emotional crisis and stop working. So I like couldn't get my computer to start charging and it was dead. And then but I figured out the key to it that, well, the first solve is that I buy a new computer, but that will not be happening. So the second solve is that I just have to have my computer off before, like, while I charge it, and then if I open it, it will stay charged. I don't know. Probably means my battery's dead. Anyway, good morning, Sherry. Slow crawl out of bed this morning. I usually would agree with this, but I woke up so early. I was up at 4:50 my time because I was so stressed about my computer charging. So I was like, I'm gonna plug it in at 4:50 to make sure it works. And then the sun was already rising at 4:50, and I was like, it's beautiful out here. So I sat outside like a character in a coming of age novel who's having an emotional crisis. And I looked at the rising sun and I filmed a TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. I've posted 4 things ever, but I'm trying to do more because apparently that's the world we're in. Um, the ancient laptop problems unite, frankly, because here's the thing, I never think of my computer as old because it was so expensive, because it's like built for video. But I did get it in college, which is now like 5 years ago. Yeah, your cat and dog wanted to feed early because it's so bright in the morning. It's it was 4:50 and the sun was up, and the sun is also up when I go to bed at 8:30. I am 100 years old. Anyway, what am I working on? If you saw my last video where I wrote for 12 hours but not really, feel free to check that out. I have not written since then, I don't think. No, I did for like 20 minutes yesterday. But I'm like right in the middle of the midpoint. So if you are, I hope you're emotionally prepared for a lot of facial expressions because there's a lot of like pain happening in these chapters that I'm writing, and it's actually so fun. Okay, so we're all over the board here. So it's nighttime in Australia and 9 p.m. where Scarlet is, which is, oh, I know it. Oh, are you also in Australia? I think you are. Am I losing my mind? Okay, well, good evening. And good morning. It feels weird to say good evening. But I know it's like 4 or something on the West Coast, so I don't think we're gonna get any of those people. But yeah, if you guys want to let me know what you're working on, what your goals and hopes and dreams are for the sprint, multiple sprints. Let me not talk while chewing. Okay. Let me just look at my manuscript here. Okay, so I'm on chapter 18, which was originally chapter 14. It's complicated, but I'm essentially halfway through the book, which is exciting. Yeah. I think we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, wait. Sherry has more information for us. Entering the Yeovil. I'm gonna try. Competition this morning. May is full of contests and pitch events because publishing shuts down for the summer. Well, that's unfortunate for me. But well, now I'm gonna look into this. Okay, okay. Let's see what comes up here. It's not. I will be looking into that. Good morning, Danielle. I need to like look around for all the pitch events. Tomorrow is the closing date. Sherry, you are coming in clutch. The amount of things I have submitted to because of people commenting them, specifically you. So thank you for that. I don't know what accent just came out of my mouth, but here we are. Okay, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look at that. So, no, I'm gonna write. I don't know. I'll probably do both. Multitasking. Okay, let's start out with a 20-minute sprint here. Let's see. Or 25, sorry. It's not get crazy. Clock. There we go. Oh, that's an interest. That's a little too close for me. There we go. All right. Everybody get your pages out. Let me know. Actually, I don't know. Make a goal for this writing session. I'm going to stop talking. I'm running out of things to say. Okay. All right. First sprint is done. How did we do? Are we making progress? Sherry had that submission go. I got oh, it's hard to count because it was in two different chapters, but I finished up chapter 18 and started chapter 19. So I'm about 200 words into chapter 19. And I think I probably wrote like 200 words in chapter 18. So that would equal 400 words. Danielle sent off a query during the sprint. Congratulations. I don't know if that's the right word. Godspeed. That's the word. I was thinking about sending off just like a random query this morning just to keep it moving, you know? I have a rule where, or just like a process, I guess. I don't know if it's a rule, but every time I get any sort of response, I just send another query. And recently, if I get any rejections, I'll look at their agency and then I'll just like scroll to the bottom of the agent list and I'll pick the newest person if they rep what I write, obviously. And then I'll just query the newest person because usually I'm like, I typically, I don't know, it just depends. If there's a newer agent that like really fits my book, then I'll query them. But typically it's like more established agents that I'm querying. And so I'm like, I might have a better shot with the young ones. So that's my current hot tip that I don't know if it works or not because I'm still in it. But um, that's exciting. Sherry got the entry and now entering another one that closes me tomorrow. Or that closes tomorrow. Well, absolutely. If you want to share with the class. Only if it like I don't know. I guess if it applies, but I feel like we write a similar genre or like relatively similar. So feel free to distract me. I will be distracted. I looked briefly at that. I'm kind of just like opening tabs and like typing in the name and then like saving it for after. So always let me know if you want to. But then again, I could also see like, oh, I know about it. I'm just gonna submit and nobody else. Maybe no one else knows about it. This is the toxic mindset I get into, which is bad of me. But I'll be like, if I find some obscure pitch contest or like submission thing, I'll be like, what if no one else in the world knows about it and then I'm the only one to submit to it, even though that is literally not the case ever, because I never know about anything happening ever. I don't know. I'm in this balance where I'm like, do I protect my peace and just like query into the void? Or do I like research every corner of the globe of anything querying related? Probably should be a mix of that. Anyway. Oh, the writing. The writing is good. Maybe I'll try to finish this chapter. It's a shorter one, so maybe I can write a whole chapter this morning. That would always be good. It's getting windy out now. Just a weather update for you because I know you were so interested in that. Before we start our next one, let's everybody do some morning stretching or evening stretching. Actually, I think the majority of it would be evening stretches. Get those wrists really stretched out. Look at those veins. That's aggressive. So sorry, everyone. Roll them out. Oh, yeah. And then a little neck roll. Look at the ceiling. Okay. Drink a glass of water. Good morning, Cranko. Welcome to the party. What are you working on this morning? Oh my gosh, when you stretch like one thing and now like my whole body is like, we need to stretch. Oh, that was aggressive. The stretch like attacked me. Okay. Okay. Pro tip for querying the same agency twice. Create more than one account with Query Tracker. because some agents are biased. This is great advice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure some agents are biased. I didn't know. I just, yeah. This is a good thought, though. Do you think they like see? I just like am so fascinated. If I could just be on a wall, like a fly on a wall, that's the phrase, in an agency and see like how does it work? Like, are they all like messaging each other? All of the same agents? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Towards writers who have been rejected by other agents at the same agency, and you can see, use Query Tracker to see. Yeah. This is, oh, I might do this. Yeah. I don't know. I've been getting a little hashtag depressed about publishing recently. But if you sing it, it's less sad. What are you working on, Cranko? Let's see. Putting together D&D notes into a bigger thing of notes. I love this. This is what I wish I was doing. Actually, no, I'm super pumped about the part of the book I'm in. I've just been cranking away at the querying, but I have a friend who just graduated in editing and publishing, and so she's like looking for jobs in a literary agency. Like that's what her that's where she wants to work. And I am like, I need you to get a job so you can tell me how it works. Like, are people just like in the break room, like, oh, I just got this submission from this really cool girl about a wedding DJ thriller. Like, ooh, but let's all make a pact to not respond to her for 5 months. Like, do you think that's how it's going? Anyway, okay, I'm not going to be better on the stream. Just a little, just slight bitterness. Let's get going with another sprint before I ruin my reputation on the internet. Okay. Can I use? I keep going to that one. Okay. Get your writing notes, query, submission, all of your documents ready to roll. Let's do another 25. I'll see you that. All right, that brings us to the end of the second sprint. How did we do, everybody? I got through 500 words. That's pretty good. Oh, so sorry about that. I did not finish the chapter. I'm almost there, but I actually don't think I am. I'm almost through what is originally written in the chapter, but I already can just feel I need to flesh this one out a little more. So I think it is a little bit more like I'm not actually almost done with it, which is great. But it's one of those like here's the plan. We attack from the north and come in from the south, and then we come in through the window and through the wall. And my sweat. Never mind. I'm not going to finish the sentence. I don't know if anyone got that reference. Yeah, but there's just so many like police logistics happening in this scene. And not even police. Like that's not the right word. Like like assassin logist. I don't know, but there's a lot of logistics and I need more brain power for it. Wrote absolutely not a single word because I got distracted by a game I played when I was like 12. I have never related more to anything. This morning I was trying to film a TikTok to become, I don't know, famous and influential in the world, and I ran out of storage. And then I went back to like delete old videos, and I realized that every Snapchat I've ever taken in my life has been backed up to my phone. So then I was like back in Snapchats that I took in high school, and then that was a reflective time to look through all that. That's what I was doing at 5 this morning. So I would count that as a productive sprint in my book. You know, reflecting, it's an important part of the creative process, right? Crime thrillers are so hard to write because of the police research. I think we've all seen too many cop shows to know how things actually work. This is so true. And I have had the really bad attitude of thinking like if Criminal Minds can get away with it, I think I can get away with it. So that's my research, is just watching Criminal Minds. But I did plan on doing a Citizens Police Academy, but then I moved to a different city, and so then I couldn't like go to that one because I wasn't technically a resident of that city. It's like a city like 10 miles away. Like I still work in the same place, but I moved cities, so then I couldn't go. Let me not explain the logistics anymore. But the moral of the story is I was going to go and do a Citizens Police Academy, and then I would just ask them all my questions, and then they would probably arrest me because that would give them probable cause. But yeah, that's my current stress. I'm just counting watching cop shows. And also, like, I've researched, like, if you just look up, like, sorry, um, if you just look up, like, police procedure for an armed robbery, some cities, like, have their manual PDF, like, randomly available online. And I don't know if it's actually supposed to be, or if you just Google the right thing, you'll find it, but it's actually just supposed to be embedded on a website for the police department, and then I just found it. I don't know. For a non-American, it's harder too because police in your own country don't operate the same as all those cop shows. That's so interesting. Yeah. You have to watch like crime shows from whatever country you're in. Well, that's what's so funny, like when I read, because I'm in the US, and when I read like Holly Jackson's thrillers, which are, I think they take place in England. Like, I know that she's in the UK, but I don't know if, like, in the American version, they Americanize the justice system in the book. I can't remember, but I think that they take place in the UK, and so, like, things are happening, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. It's probably better, but, like, it's wild. But then I see these random news articles about like crazy things happening in the US. We're not going anywhere crazy, don't worry. But And then I'm like, you know what? I think whatever I write, people are just going to accept it because of the random things happening in the world that, like, it tracks, which is maybe a bad attitude. I'll try to do a little bit of research. Like, I do a lot of Googles that are like, would the police arrest someone for blank? And then I find 8 articles about how it happened somewhere in Florida. And then I'm like, okay, so I can write it, right? Anyway, I think for the day that brings me around 1,000 words. Yeah, it is true. It's rather depressing. That's how I find out about all the horrible things in the world is by researching like, if this happened, is it legal? And then they're like, yes, and here's 5 examples. And I'm like, great. So happy about that. My last book, I was researching a lot about like what can you sue people for? And let me tell you, you can sue people for so many things. So if you're wondering, can I sue someone for that? The answer is yes, you can. Um, the craziest one I saw was like someone suing someone for like annoying them, just like in a conversation. So nobody sue me for that, please. Anyway, um, I would keep going, but I really do have to get to work. So I'm going to leave us here for the day. Thank you guys so much for writing with me. I hope you all got a lot of, it seems like we have a lot of like submitting and like submitting to things, and it's the same thing. All that kind of stuff today, which is, it's so cool to all be doing that together because that's such an isolated thing most of the time, and it feels just depressing and hopeless when you're doing it on your own. So I hope this can give you a little bit of encouragement as you go. If you're watching in the replay, let us know how you did. Let me know if you have a better, or not a better, a different time that you like to write. I've been thinking about doing more streams. I went from 0 streams to every week, baby. So I will see you probably next week. And the construction is starting, so I'm really needing to wrap this up. But yeah, I'll see you guys somewhere else on this You Hear YouTube channel. So bye. I will never